All right, so we're just going to go over back judge real quick. This is the second position in 4v4. Like we mentioned, there's only 2, so it's only going to be 2 of you out here. I don't have a good spot because I'm not going to walk 17 yards, but you're supposed to be about 15, I'd say 12 to 17 yards from the pucks, maybe 10 yards from the farthest player back. At the beginning, forget that. Right now, your first goal is do not get beat deep. You have to be the last guy in line. That's why they don't put me at back judge a whole lot, because I get burnt all the time.
Talk, it's like.
Well, yeah. Well, I like to talk to people, and I get in trouble. Anyway, so do that, but your pre-steps are the same. You're looking for 4 flag belts on the defense, and then you're looking for your field and mishaps, and you can kind of those penalties that occur right at the line. But as you're backing up and as the play develops, there's going to be clear matchups that you need to pay attention to. Now, you have to have a lot of the field, so you got to kind of have your eyeballs going all the way, but there's going to be that one, and it'll develop from the beginning, and you kind of square it up, or you square it up however you want to, and you kind of move to the play. You good over there, Kingston? Yeah, you all right? All right. So like we said, always stay ahead of the play. After the play is over, your main responsibility is getting the spot. So wherever that flag belt was pulled, pull out your whistle, tweet, and you hold it up, move them along, chuck them in, and then chop them in, and then just move on down. Good mechanics. Okay, so on goal line, it's kind of similar to 7-on-7. Once you're halfway at that halfway mark, well, kind of between the 10 and 20, so anywhere in there, you're going to start on the goal line. So that way you have a view if the ball comes there. If it's anywhere between the 10-yard line and the goal line, you're moving to the back line, so that if there's a play on that back line, you can watch the back of the end zone. Is there anything else I'm missing, fellas? Multiple tweets. Yeah, so as the play develops, as someone's making a run down the sideline, A, stay in front, but B, kind of move into that play and make sure that you're getting the coverage and everything that's there, anything that might be cheap that's happening. What else am I doing here?
Also, at back judge, you don't have to take off running and miss everything. If you see the play coming deep, play coming back. All right. It's important that you don't get close. It's important that you don't get beat deep, but it's also important that we see the play. All right. So this is where we're seeing the pass interferences on both defense and offense. So the ball's in the air. At back judge, I don't want to be like this because I'm looking at the ball and I'm missing all the pushing and shoving right here. All right. So it's important that we get that matchup because it's just you in that backfield. It's just you. All right. So the referee can only see his half. If you saw last night when we saw the area of coverage, you have the majority of that backfield and the end zone. So it's important that you see the pass interferences, the little shoving coming downfield and things like that. It's different from 7-on-7 when you have a field judge on the other end of the field to help clean it up for you and then see the play on the far side. So it's important that we see that. Don't get stuck on the sideline. Move in and out if you have to as well. Yeah, get that pass interference.
So that's a huge part of when you have a rowdy game, and we talked about this in 7-on-7, is that accordion-like effect. So as a play over the middle, you don't really have to move back a whole lot. Come in and just kind of be a presence there because you're way off the play at that point. So come in, make sure they know you're there, and then back out. Back judge also keeps time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't mentioned. So it's really important that you start your time. We're playing 2 halves, 2 20-minute halves. That's right. So 2 20-minute halves.
No, it's 14.
2 14-minute halves. Excuse me. That's 7-on-7. I'm thinking 7-on-7. Yeah. So you start the clock and then you stop the clock. 2 minutes remaining in the 1 minute remaining. 7-on-7. Okay. In the second half. Clock mechanics will be going over with Kingston, but that's also a huge part of your role, so make sure that you start the clock at the beginning of the game, because I'm not gonna lie, I've done that. Like, I've had a play go by and I was like, oh man, we should probably get this going. So just pay attention to that and be really on that. So what? Oh yeah, so time announcements, that's a great point. Because you only have 2 halves, you don't have the 4 quarters, it's gonna go by a lot faster and there's gonna be a lot more scoring. So, it was not a bad idea to, if you haven't said it in a while, I'd probably say, 10-minute mark, 5-minute mark, 7-minute mark, something like that. And then probably every minute once you get down to, below 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, when you do that too, announce the score as well. A lot of teams will ask what's the score or on the sideline, or they'll always ask what's the time. Also with the accordion effect, it's important because it's only 2 of you out there that you both do the down, what down it is. So anytime I mark the play, I always come in to the field. So if I'm on the side, say like, or in this case, back judge, I will come in and mark it, and I'll go like this. And I'll come into the field where the play is, just a few steps in, and I'll mark it just like this. Now everybody on the field knows what down it is going to be, and my referee knows as well. It's important, especially in co-rec. If I'm marking it, I'll always go like this, and then I'll go like this. All right, so that's close. Play's close. So now my referee knows, and everyone on the field knows, and we're good to go. It's always important that everyone's communicating, because the referee and you are the third team on there. So it's really important that you're on the same page. Because if I mark open and he marks closed, what are we doing? All right, someone's not paying attention. So it's important, even at the referee, when you're sitting there, I look at it, if I get the spot from the back judge, I'll get the spot and I'll nod and I'll go, all right, we're good. Just like this. All right, so everybody's job is to mark down and then in co-rec open and closed. But yeah, main thing on back judge, don't get beat deep, and then look for that pass interference. A lot of times I see back judges miss the pass interference calls because they're just not looking at that. That is your primary job out there, is to see that fouls just like that, or the illegal contacts.
Anything we missed, Danny?
The only thing I would say is just where do the line, do the back judge and the referee line up on the same side? No,
No,
good.
it's good.
Just want to make sure. Yeah. Referee here, back judge here. That's all I have.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Good luck.
Working hard.